So CIG is doing it again. They've actually raised prices on 2 other ships. I know one was the Saber. I cannot remember the other one. They each raised by $5. They told no one that they did it. This one is $75. Was the car to all? Okay. This one is a raise of $75. But it comes, I think, with a catch. So the Pioneer is going up by 75. Let me put the title there for you. There it is. We're going to read the whole thing. As highlighted in our recent CitizenCon 2954 presentation, the Pioneer features impressive capabilities, including its crafting hangar and the ability to build both planet-side and in space, far exceeding its original design. And it has. So I actually went back and watched its original pitch from 2017. And somebody even asked, can I put a freelancer in it? Right? And they said, no, it does not have a hangar. It only has a landing pad. Like, it was extremely restricted from what it can do now. Now it could build ships. Now it can build space stations. Now it could. So it going up in price in-game makes sense. What was the price of this thing? $800? Something like that? Already? It was already $800, I think. And let me tell you something. This is the only ship I ever F5'd for. This was the last ship I bought. This was it. And I F5'd for it. The only one. And I remember freaking out because the website was failing and all this stuff. I was literally at a CIG dev's house, too, when I was doing it. It was funny. I was at Proxys's house at the time. And I was just like, oh my god, I had my laptop and I was freaking out. So yeah, it was funny, but let's read the rest of it. So with this in mind, we want to give you a heads up. The price of the Pioneer will be adjusted during CNOU Day at this year's IAE, increasing by $75. Additionally, we made some changes to the Pioneer package. This is where it gets funny. The UEE land claim license estate parcel, 8 kilometers by 8 kilometers, and the Greycat Geotac X planetary beacon will no longer be included in future pledges. So you pay $75 more and get less, which is just hilarious. Now, this is literally the most important thing out of the whole post. Details about land claim licenses and beacons will be shared as we approach the launch of base building, including their usage, how to obtain them, and more. This is one of those, is it the Rich Tyrer era or is it the marketing team era? This is one of those things. Please pay attention to this. Please keep an eye on this, and please remember this conversation. Because there's been a lot of talk about the Rich Tyrer era. Rich coming into my chat at CitizenCon 2023 saying he doesn't like pay to win, blah, 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 right? I already paid to win. It's not fair from the jump. But if they can limit that pay to win, we'll see. 8 kilometers by 8 kilometers is insane. It really isn't. So fly 5 kilometers in your spaceship. It's not, right? There were two different claim types, 8 and 5. It's literally not, right? Because you could fly from one side of your base to another. It's literally not, right? For buildings and stuff, though, damn, it was 8 by 8 and 4 by 4. There you go. Whatever it was, it isn't that big in the way we move in the game, right? It just really isn't, because you're not going to be on foot. It doesn't matter what it is on foot. So, yeah, it's big enough for an org base, let's say, or whatever they showed at CitizenCon, I'm sure. Maybe they're getting rid of these 8 by 8 packages because they're too small. That's part of one of the things that I'm thinking here. But again, to get back on point, is this the Rich Tyrer era or is this the marketing era, right? So how we obtain them, if we're obtaining them on the website, it's bad, right? If the fact that I can own land on day one is stupid. The fact that anyone can own land on day one without earning it is stupid in a video game. We all know this. Anyone who argues this against this is just arguing for their own benefit and not the game's benefit. Everybody should start at as much of an even playing field as possible and play the game. That's how video games work. People won't agree with that. There's going to be fights in the comments. I have 14 dogs and 16 kids, and I don't have enough time to play video games. Well, guess what? You don't get to play the video. Like, I don't know what... it's a video game, man. I don't get it. But it'll be the same argument made over and over and over again, and it just will never, ever make sense. It is a video game. You will get your base. You will get your land. It's going to take basically the same amount of time as it does for you, as it does for me. It's just going to take more days for you than it will for me, right? You just get to play less, but in the same amount of hours, you will achieve, most likely, the same amount of things. And in an MMO, which is a game that's never supposed to turn off, go on for 20, 10, 20, 30 years, you will get there eventually, right? It's one of those things where it makes no sense to make that argument, and it's an argument that gaming companies are using to their advantage to extract more money from you. But go ahead, it's fine. I just want to see how we obtain these things, because everything they spouted at about 1.0 is very much a you play the game outside of the insurance thing. The insurance thing where everyone was like, yo, whoa, this is a little crazy, might need some tweaking, and so on. Hopefully we actually hear about that at IAE Day 3 or 4, or IAE show 3 or 4. So we'll see. While we're removing the 8K by 8K land plots from future pledges, if you already own one, it's yours to keep and utilize when the time comes. This decision also doesn't limit your ability to expand your planetside presence. There will be numerous ways to grow and maintain land beyond the original 8K by 8K size. The choice to expand will be in your hands, and it's up to you to decide how you want to build it and maintain it. My guess is these geotac beacons are just going to... I think we watched a Ray's Guide video a long time ago where he noticed things were expanding in circles in the 2023 land claim like panel and the PowerPoint. And he was explaining how circles don't really make sense for land and so on and so forth. And he had some really good points there. And then the idea of, I think you place this thing down and you expand out in like bubbles in whatever direction you want to, would be my guess if I was going to make a guess. But the only thing that matters here right now is this. Like, yes, you're getting less value out of your package, but maybe this has no value. We'll see. Right? Maybe it has very little value. I'm not sure. So I'm looking forward to hearing more about it. They don't say when we're going to hear about it. I think we all know, once again, that 1.0 is many, many years away. So when they're actually going to have that talk with us, the later the better. The closer they are to delivering it, the better. So yeah, we'll see. Knowing CIG, they'll resell land claims again. My assumption is they are going to sell land claims again. Yes. My assumption is they are going to sell land claims. We'll see. But my hope is that they don't. And everything is, in the last few months, are pointing to they will not. It is leaning that way. You have to see it. You have to have seen that, right? But yeah, just watch. Cascade land claims will get magically indestructible properties like LTI, but game earned claims will be just get fuck buddy griefable. Well, no, because it depends on where you put it. If you claim land on in like UEE space, nobody can take it. It's just a matter of if you pay your taxes or not, I think. So yeah. We'll have to see. It just comes down to what happens. Right? And I don't know why. I just have a feeling it's not going to be bad. I feel like this is going to be one of the good talks. But remember this moment and point and laugh at me when it's not. Remember this and point and laugh at me when it doesn't happen, right? Because it probably won't. It's CIG. It's just, yeah.